Although, arguably, how do these things mean? 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 Although, arguably, how do these things mean?
It seems like you try to express the truth about the importance or relevance of something. How that importance is established. For example, here are breaking down how issues several ways to investigate. Issues which the very often
Although, arguably, how do these things Although, arguably. 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 Although, arguably.
I understand. You'd like me to explain vocabulary. Let's break down what each of these words and how they are used.
Although, arguably. Acknowledge that others might use way of while also being This suggests that while other features are important, the concurrence model is likely the most important, though others might disagree. Arguably, the best way to learn Elixir is by building projects. This means that building projects is likely the best way, but other methods might also be effective. Synonyms: possible, possibly, possibly, possible, potentially, conceivably, probably. I could be argued that. Only could argue that. Although, although, although is a conjunction that introduces a contrasting idea or concession. It means despite the fact that, or even though. It shows that there are contrasts between two parts of sentence, but the main point still holds true. Uses use although to connect two ideas where I might seem to contradict the other, but the main idea is still valid. Example: although Elixir has a learning curve, it's worth the effort. This means that even though a learning Elixir can be challenging, it's still a one-while endeavor. Although the syntax of Elixir is different from other languages, it's quite consistent. This means that even though Elixir syntax is unique, it follows its own rules consistently. Although, although, Elixir is a functional language and can be used to build web applications. This means that even though Elixir is a functional language, it can't be used for web development. While reals, despite the fact, in spite of the fact that how they work together. These words can be used together, but they need to be used careful. When used although and arguably together, you are saying that even though some things are open to debate, there's still a contrasting point to make. Although arguably something might find Elixir syntax useful, its benefits in concurrency and renewable. In the example, arguably acknowledges that some people might disagree about the syntax, although introduce the contrasting idea that, despite the potential disagreement about syntax, the benefits of concurrence are clear. In summary, arguably suggests something is likely true but open to debate, although introduce a contrasting idea or concession. I hope this explanation is helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions. Um, okay, Elixir is a modern functional programming language for building large scalable distributed fault tolerant for the learning virtual machine, although the language is compelling in its own right. Arguably, its biggest advantage is that it targets the Erlang platform. Erlang is made to help developers deal with the challenge of writing available or original originally the product as intended for development of telecommunication systems, but today it's used in all kinds of domains such as collaborations tools, online payment systems, real-time binding systems, database servers, and multiplayer online games, to name only a few examples. If you develop a system that must provide service to a multitude of users around the world, you want that system to function continuously without noticeable downtime, regardless. What is regardless? Regardless is an adverb that essentially means in spite of everything or no matter at. It indicates that something will happen or be true. Uh, Here's breakdown spite of everything. This is the core mean. It's surely that something is true or will not happen or will happen, even if there are things that might make it seems unlikely. No matter right. This emphasizes that the outcome is fixed regardless of any potential changes or challenges. Without regard to, this highlights that certain factors are being ignored or are irrelevant to the situations. Regardless is often followed by of and then the things that is being disagreed. I can be used at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. We will continue the project regardless of the build's cost. This means the project will continue even though there are budget costs. Regardless of the weather, the game will be played. This means the game will happen either it's sunny and rainy or snow. She decided to propose her dream regardless of the risk involved. This means she going after her dreams even though there are risks. He will always support family regardless. This means that no matter what happens, he will support his family. The code should be well documented regardless of this time constraint. This means that even if there are the time constraints, the code should be well documented. Common mistakes, regardless. This is a common error. Irregardless is not a understand is not a standard English word. The correct word is regardless. In summary, regardless is a powerful word that emphasizes determination, resilience, or the irrelevance of certain focus in great way to show that something is going to happen or be true, no matter. Is there anything else I can help you with? Regardless, okay, I send this is the regardless uh, appears on the text. Okay, understand. You are pointing out to use regardless in the provided text and you want me to analyze it from the perspective of a world-class software engineer coding assistant. Let's break down why regardless is used effectively in the context and what it implies about the system being described. The sentencing rule we've highlighted is if you are developing a system that must provide to a multitude of words around the world, you want that system to function consistently without noticeable downtime, regardless of any software or hardware problems that occurs at time. Here my analysis. Why regardless is crucial? Emphasis on height available. The core idea is that the system must be highly available. It needs to be set up to be up and running for user across the globe at all time. Regardless is used to drive home the point that this availability is non-negotiable. Acknowledging inevitable failures. The praise software or hardware problems that occurs at the runtime is realistic. Any complex system will encounter issues. Bugs happen, hardware fails. Network hiccups occur. The use of regardless acknowledge that these problems will happen, but they must not impact the system availability, fault tolerance, and resilience. The sentence implicitly describes a system that needs to be fault tolerant and resilient. Fault tolerance means the system can continue operation even when parts of it fail. Resilience means it can recover quickly from failures regardless. Is the key word that signifies these requirements. Spectrum of robustness, the sentence sets a high bar to the system robustness. It's not enough 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 for the systems to work well under ideal conditions. It must work well even when things go wrong. Continuous operations. The system must function continuously. Implications for system design. The use of regardless in the context has significant implications for how the system should be designed and built. Redundancy. Redundancy. There will likely need to be redundant components, multiple servers, database, networks, connections, etc. So that if one fails, another can take over. Failover mechanism. The system will need automated failover mechanism to detect failures and switch to backup components quickly. Error handling. Robust error handling is essential. The system should be able to gracefully handle unexpected errors without crashing or becoming unviable. Monitoring and alerting. Comprehensive monitoring and alerting systems are needed to detect problems as soon as they occur so they can be addressed quickly. Automated recovery. The system should ideally have automated recovery mechanisms to fix problems without human intervention. Load balance. The system should be able to distribute the load across multiple servers, rolling updates. The system should be able to update without downtime. In a sense, the use of regardless is a strong indicator that the system being described is not a simple application. It's a mission critical system that must be designed with high availability and fault tolerance as top priorities. Okay, if you are developing a system that must provide a service to multitude of users around the world, you want that system to function continuously without noticeable downtime, regardless of any software or hardware problems that occur at runtime. Other reason, significant and frequent outages will leave end users unhappy, and ultimately they may seek alternative solutions. A system with frequent downtime is ruinable and unusable, and thus fails to fulfill its intended purpose. Therefore, high availability becomes an increasingly important property, and Erlang can help you achieve that. Elixir aims to modernize and improve the experience of developing Elixir-powered systems. The language is a compilation of features from various other languages such as Erlang, Clojure, and Hub. Furthermore, Elixir ships with a toolset that simplifies project management, testing, packaging, and documentation building. Arguably, Elixir lowers the entry barriers into the Erlang world and improves developer productivity, having the Erlang runtime as the target platform means. Elixir based. Elixir based. Systems, Elixir-based systems are able to use all the libraries from the Erlang ecosystems, including the Blattle tested OTP frameworks and ships with Erlang. Red Ships Erlang. This book is a tutorial that will teach you how to build a production-ready Elixir-based system. It's not a complete reference on Elixir and Erlang. It doesn't cover every nuance of the language or every possible aspect of the underlying Erlang VM. Okay. Beto test. I opened Squared. Potatoes. Okay. Potatoes. Potatoes OTP framework that ships with Erlang. Erlang. This book is a tutorial that will teach you how to build a production-ready Elixir-based system. It's not a complete reference on Elixir and Erlang. It doesn't cover every nuance of the language or every possible aspect of the underlying Erlang VM. It glosses over or skips many topics such as floating point precision, Unicode specifies, file I/O, unit tests, and more. Although they are relevant, such topics aren't the book's primary focus, and you can research them yourself when the need arises, omitting or quickly. Dealing with these conventional topics gives you space to treat more interesting and unusual areas in greater details. Concurrent programming and the way it helps bring scalability, fault tolerance, distribution, and the availability to systems. These are the core topics of this book. Even the techniques that are covered aren't treated in 100% details. I have omitted some fine print nouns. Nouns. What is nouns? Nouns for the sake of brevity and focus. Brevity too. Brevity. What is brevity? Okay. And the focus. The goal is not to provide complete coverage, but rather to teach you about the underlying principles and how each piece fits into the bigger picture. After finishing the book, it should be simple to research and understand the remaining details on your own. To give you a push in the right directions, mentions, and the links to further interesting topics appear true goat. True goat. True goat. How I can say this? Throughout. Throughout. Appear throughout the book because the book details which upper intermediate topics There are some prerequisites you should meet before reading it. I assume you are a professional software developer with a couple years of experience. The exact technology you are proficient in isn't relevant. I can be Java, C Sharp, Ruby, C++, or another general purpose programming language. Any experience in development of backend server-side system is welcome. You don't need to know anything about Elixir, Erlang, or other concurrent platforms. In particular, you don't need to know anything about functional programming. Elixir is a functional language, and if you come from an OO background, this may scare you a bit. As a longer time OO programmer, I can sincerely tell you not to worry. The understand functional concepts in Elixir are relatively simple and should be easy to grasp. Grasp. Of course, functional programming is significantly different from whatever you've seen in a typical OO language, and it takes some time getting used to do. But it's not rocket science, and if you are an experienced developer, you should have no problems understanding these concepts. The moment, okay. Now I need to understand how is this. These words I not under I not know I not understand you. Oh, you can provide, you know, you can provide a explanation explain about cheese. I not know, I not understand. You can provide explanation. I give you a context. With the context, don't stop music. All people words. Yes, I talk with the peoples now. Is sometimes. Hi, Mateus. I am Leon. I say your introduction in the Air English server. Are you familiar with Java? Yes, I am familiar with Java and you. Lost the connections. Oh no, it's so bad, so bad, so bad thing. Uh, okay, I fix. only thing here. Uh, YouTube is internet troubleshot. And okay. Now I need more. I give contact. Try again. Okay. Like it. I love being a Rodrigo, bro. I wanna have fun. Nice. I have. Okay. Free for talk for the devs. Talking. Okay. You isn't the problem. Okay. I can share on this. Okay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, bro. Okay. Okay, I understand. You'd like me to explain the meaning of the words battle said. Nouns, breathed, through, throughout, and grasp, as they are used in the provided text from the Elixir book. I will also keep in mind my persona as Gemini code assist, a world-class software engineer coding assistant and provide insightful answers with a focus on code quality and clarity is applicable. Let's break down each word in the context of the text you provide. Beto's test mean in the context of software. Battle test means that something has been used extensively in real world production environments and has proven to be reliable, and robust under various conditions. It implies that the software has been through many challenges and has emerged strong and dependable. It has been tested in the battlefield of real world use. Real world use. Context in the text that says, including the black tested OTP framework that ships with airline. Implications. This means that the OTP Open Telecom Platform framework, which is part of the airline ecosystem, has been used in numerous production systems and has demonstrated its ability ability to handle real world problems. It's not just theoretical, it's been proven in practice. Why it matters in software engineering when crossing libraries or framework development often look for battle-stand options because they offer a higher degree of confidence in their stability and reliability. Using such components reduce the risk of encountering unexpected issues in production. Code quality. Using beta tested libraries is a good practice to improve code quality. Nouns. I need to fix my internet now. It's so bad. It's so bad. Today, I talk with Marcos Vinicius. Vinicius. Hello, bro. How are you doing? I have bad notices now. Oh, so bad. So bad, bro. Okay, one moment. I try to conclude this. Establish connections. Capping with my head. You know what you gonna do, bro? Okay. The internet's so bad. The internet's so bad now. Ah, capping my head. I really want, I really want to to bad connections. bad connection. What the hell? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I not understand this. Try to reconnect. Ok, conexão excellent. Ai ai, can't you mean throughput grasp? Mm, Nouns refers difference, brevity. Roadmap. The book divided into three parts. Part 1 introduces the Elixir language, presents and describes its basic building blocks, and then treats common functional program items and more details. Chapter 1 provides a high-level overview of Erlang and Elixir and explains why those technologies are useful and what distinguishes them from other languages and platforms. Chapter 2 presents the main building blocks of Elixir, such as modules, functions, and the type systems. Chapter 3 gives a detailed explanations of pattern matching and how it is used to deal with flow control. Chapter 4 explains how to build higher level abstractions on top immutable data structures. Part 2 builds on these fundamentals and focus on the primary aspects of the Erlang virtual machine. You learn about Erlang concurrence model and its many benefits such as scalability and fault tolerance. Chapter 5 explains the Erlang concurrence model and presents basic concurrence primitives. Chapter 6 discusses generic server process, building blocks of highly concurrent Elixir Erlang system. Chapter 7 demonstrates how to build a more involved concurrent system. Chapter 8 presents the items of errors handling with a special focus on errors and faults in the concurrent system. Chapter 9 provides an in-depth discussion of how to isolate all kinds of errors and minimize their impact in production. Chapter 10 discuss ETS tables and explain how they can be used to maintain a system-wide state in high concurrent systems. Part 3 deals with system and production. Chapter 11 explain OTP applications which are used to package reusable content. Chapter 12 discusses nice. I not know how I count how I say on Gemini 11, 12, 13. Okay. 12 is okay. 13 presents various ways of preparing an Elixir-based system for production, focused in particular on OTP releases, code conventions, and the down. All source code in this book is in a fixed widget font like this, which sets if from the surrounding text in many lists. The code is a note to point out key concepts. We have tried to format the code so that it fits within the available page space in the book by adding line breaks and using indentation careful. The code accompanying this book is hosted at GitHub repositories. It's also available for download as a zip file from the publisher website at many Elixir actions. Author online. Purchase of Elixir actions include free access to private web forum, recommend and publications where you can make comments about the book, ask technical questions, and receive help from the author and the other users. To access the forum, subscribe to it, point to your web browser. This author online page provides information on how to get on the forum once you are registered, what kind of help is available, and the rules of conduct on forum, meaning committing to your readers and to provide a venue where meaningful dialogue among individuals, readers, and between readers and the author can take place. It's not a commitment to any specified amount of participation on the part of the author. Use contribution to the AO remains voluntary and paid. We suggest you try asking the author some challenging questions. Let's his interesting trait. The AO forum and the archives of previous discussions will accessible from the publisher websites as long as the book is in print. About the author, Tacit Jirk is developer with expensive experience implementing a high volume concurrent server-side system, Windows desktop applications and the kiosk applications. After most 20 years of object programming, he discovered Erlang and Elixir. He uses both languages to build scalable, fault-tolerant HTTP push servers and support backend system. Currently, he parts of the Cloak team and is using Erlang to build plug-and-play privacy compliance solution. He represented blogs about Elixir Erlang, trierlangelist.com. Ho ho ho! Hey hey hey! Um, Hello everyone. Today I read many things. Today I ended the reading, but I improved my English very well. I want you follow me in these studies to you improve your English too and your Erlang, Elixir expressions. Okay? See you soon. Bye bye.